All right, Kenman here, and the time has come. We're doing it. Micarta die project number 27 will be officially a different product. We're dyeing some micarta. Let's go. Yes. Before we start, I'm not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. All right, this is the Kizer Lieb medium button lock. And as you can see, the action is superior. It's fantastic. I've been getting a lot of Kizers lately, and I'm very happy with all of them. The action they have on their knives is just excellent. Gotten several button locks recently, and just love them all. We won't be talking about all that today. Today, we're getting ready for the dye for this one here. What color should we do? It has this kind of dirty brown, green, splotchy micarta. So that is going to affect the color, the final color that we have. What would we like to try? We could make it a darker brown. We could make it a darker green, maybe a purple, maybe a blue. We could really add any color, but like if we added yellow to this, it's going to add some yellow, but it's still going to have all this added with that yellow. So you got to imagine mixing that new color with this. That's what's going to happen. I think it's going to turn out great. We're going to have some fun. Let's go. Okay. Any last looks? We get both sides here. It's never going to look like this again. I really like this knife. This is going to be a great user. Look at the way those gems go out. Way out there. Perfect shape for the blade. Okay. Let's go. Standard procedures here. We'll get her set up. And dinner is served. Click thumbnail, boom. Okay. All right. We've got it. Let's get that out of here. Let's close the blade. Captive pivot, which is fantastic. We will loosen that up. We are going to have to be careful, as this is a button lock, and when you have a button lock, you have a little more worry with the spring come shooting out on you, so you have to kind of watch what you're doing, because you really want to pay attention when you take a knife apart, because you do have that goal of eventually putting it back together. And if it's complex, generally, you know, you might be able to find the drawing or figure it out. But if it's kind of complex the way they've done it, and you're taking it apart and all of a sudden it goes, now you're kind of stuck with a little guessing, trying to figure out. If you do it right, you can really kind of pay attention and know like exactly where all the screws go, if there's a longer screw or something to that effect. I am getting stuck on these barrels or something. Okay, boom. All four of these screws, I'm assuming, are the same. Of course, set yourself free. Why don't you, babe? Okay. Sorry, I'm a little fidgety here taking this one apart today. Those four are all the same. Excellent. It looks like I have to swap to a T6. All those other ones I didn't say, I'm sorry, but they were all T8s, which is awesome. But then they had to go and drop to the 6 for the pocket clip, which is fairly common. Actually, what's more common is the T8 would be the pivot only, and then everything else is usually the T6. T6s can strip a little easier. I just ruined a bit on the last video that I had to swap out. I buy a dozen bits or so at a time so that I know that I have enough, because if you get a bad bit, you really want to throw that away, because if you use it, it's going to damage one of your screws, and then you might... Alright, I got to be careful with the spring. Alright, so we have this side right here. Very clean, simple. There is the button. The button is stuck and attached to the blade, so they come off together like that. It's not actually attached, but it sits in that groove, and so they kind of are interlocked. Bearings are the same on both sides, so I always watch for that, because the bearings sometimes will have one open side and a closed side, and I don't know if it actually makes a difference. But like I said, I want to put it back together the same way that I took it apart, just in case there is anything. These little spacers here. Bing, bang. There is our spring for our button. There's the backstop. Nice design. Good looking liners. Oops. Real simple. All right. Set those here. Can take out that captive pivot, and we are there. So clean micarta. If I were to sand this down a little bit, it's absorbed some oils and things like that. It's kind of darkened it up, but that's the actual color of that micarta. So if I don't know, if I took a little sanding to it, I might be able to lighten it up, and that would then less affect the dye. Or I could just leave it like that. I want it to get kind of dirty and weathered, I guess would be the term, is what I'm looking for. I'm pretty excited to see how weathered and interesting I can make this. Maybe do some sanding after the fact as well. But we are there. We've got it apart. These micarta ones feel interesting. I'm really curious to see how the dye is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to soak in much quicker than with like G10, which is what most of them have been in the past. But I don't know that for sure. So we will find out. But here we are, got that Kizer LP completely taken apart and ready for the dye. What color do you think we should do? Comment below if you've done any micarta dye before and you know it dyes faster or slower than G10. Any tips or tricks I would be into. I don't know if I'm going to try a fade dye. I do have one right here. This is the Kizer LP that I did. I've designed this motor. Maybe I'll show a video with that. But when you put the part in the dye, you let it soak and then you take it out. And so with this, what I did is I hooked it up to a pulley. Here, let me grab this real quick. Since it's right here, I don't know if it's not necessarily that exciting, but I have this small motor that I soldered some wire to so I can hook it to a little power battery that I have, and it's got a little screw in it, and basically this motor spins at 3 revolutions per minute. So this only makes it around 3 times every 60 seconds. And so then I tied a string to it, ran the string down to the part in the dye. So now it's sitting in the dye like this, and after 3 minutes, it moves 3 rotations. Or after a minute, it moves 3 rotations, which is not very much, so it kind of slowly pulls it out of the dye. So then the longer it sits in the dye, the darker it is. So I actually had to, it came out, I dropped it in, I did that a few times, but we ended up with this nice light top or bottom. You know, light fade to a nice dark at the end. Tell me this doesn't look awesome. Did I call this the LP? This is the Lieb. This is the LP. I may have gotten that backwards at some point. But the action on Kizers are fantastic. It's just so great. I can't recommend them enough. Been very happy with all the models I've got. So like I was saying, I don't think I'm going to try a dye with a fade this time. With the micarta, since it's my first attempt with micarta, I think I'm just going to kind of go really subtle, put her in there for a little bit, take it out, see how fast it goes, and kind of take some notes and pay attention, and we'll go from there. I do have some more micarta knives that we are going to be doing dies with soon. So, yeah, I mean, I got them right here. You know me, I like to just get sidetracked, start talking about all types of stuff. This is the Concept, what was this one called? Cryo. So it's got this green kind of chalky micarta. What color would you like to see this one? And then I have this Kubi, what is this one called? I keep Merked. The Kubi Merked. This thing is sweet. Looks like a race car or something. That harpoon way out there. Really cool shape. But yeah, this has got this micarta with these nice little racing lines and stuff on them. But I can dye this as well. What color would you like to see at? So we're going to get into the micarta dyeing, more G10 dyeing, more laser marking coming up soon, scrimshaw, all types of fun stuff, unboxings. Having a great time on the channel. If you're interested in becoming a member, there is some information in the description. By no means do I expect you to. You can sit here and watch as many videos as you want for free, but if you are interested in supporting the channel, I would appreciate it. That is going to be it for today. If you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe if you would like to see more. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. Let me know what color you want this to be, and we're going to get to it pretty soon. Stay sharp. See you next time.